Hello, and welcome to another thrilling instalment of DakkaDakka Minecraft with me, Binage. So, here we are back at the Red Sands Resort, and as you'll see, the hotel is nearing, well, the shell is nearing completion. All 3 floors are done. All that remains is to make the roof. And, well, make the roof and then obviously decorate the rooms, but you know, baby steps. So, as you'll notice, there's a dirt bridge going across here, and the reason for that is that I'm planning to have a turf roof, or a little sort of roof garden. I say little, it's going to cover the whole area. And what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get the grass to migrate across the dirt bridge so that I can have grass in the garden. Admittedly, it's pretty dingy looking grass, but well, there's the perils of building in this biome, unfortunately. Unfortunately, at the moment I don't have a silk touch anything, so I can't just transplant grass blocks, so I have to use this migration technique. At some point in the future I hope to be able to get a silk touch something or other, but at the moment I don't have it, so you have to work within your means, don't you? So yeah, need to spend a bit of time here. Whoop. This is a little barrier just to make sure that mobs don't cross over. So yeah, across here, slightly faster than the grass will proceed, but I'm hoping it will. I know there are patches of just bare dirt over there on the, I was going to say the mainland, but just there, for example, is a patch of bare dirt, and it's right. You know, these patches are directly adjacent to grass blocks. At the moment, it does appear to be creeping across, so I can only hope that that trend continues, and that it's just that those dirt blocks are there because they spawned like that. So yeah, need to do the roof. I need to, well, the roof is going to be turf throughout, and then obviously it's going to be edged in wood, and I need to do the ceiling, as it were, in wood as well. And in the centre here I'm going to have a little pond. So yeah, big plans, all of which I shall do while I take it. Oh wow, massive lag. How odd. Huge frame rate drop there. Continuing to have a huge frame rate drop. I have no idea why. That's 1 frame a second, apparently. That's sudden and unnerving. I don't know why it's happening. I may have to investigate this. Okay, and we're back. That was a bit odd. I had a browser open, so I suspect I've just closed the browser, and I suspect that it might have been something that was going on there that caused this to happen. Anyway, we're back now. Where am I going? Yes, so I'm going to do the ceilings and the roof off camera, and hopefully I'll get back to you when I've finished, or at least have some progress to report. And in the meantime, I will take you to a blaze grinder that I've managed to, well, semi-acquire. I have part ownership of, but that pleased me during the week. So yeah, I'll show you the footage of that. Enjoy. So here we are in the Nether, and I'm just about to approach a new toy, which has been expertly built by Desubot. I Hope it's not going to be too loud for this, but what this is a blaze grinder. Now, this is the business end. This is where we do the grinding, so to speak. If I go up to the viewing platform, you'll get a better idea of what DakkaDakka has built here. Obviously my sole contribution to this effort has been making it look a bit pretty. I has had none of the stuff that you see inside the grinder is anything to do with, you know, any expertise on my part. It's DakkaDakka built the whole thing. I know it's a fairly, you know, it's a fairly standard design, but nevertheless, I found it quite daunting, and he wanted to get going on it, so I said, help yourself, and he did. And this is the result. It works pretty damn well. So there's the blaze spawner itself, as you can see, helpfully spawning blazes right there, and they fall down, and as they fall, because you can't have water in the Nether, you can't use water streams to direct them. So this clever idea, I have no idea who came up with it first. Probably Seth Bling or Etho or someone like that, way back in the mist of time. Anyway, the blazes fall down, and if they don't fall in the centre, if they're off centre, they'll hit one of these pressure plates that ring, that go around in concentric rings down to the centre. And if they hit a pressure plate, piston will shoot out and knock them off. There you can just see it happening there, and will push them down into the next level. Actually works really very well indeed. And so gradually, by use of all the pistons in the world, the blazes are corralled into one single block width for convenient killing. So as I say, literally all I've done here is make it look a bit pretty. If I'm honest, I probably haven't finished. I've also spawn-proofed this room because I came along and found a blaze spawned inside here at one point. So everything you see is either stairs or bottom half slabs. So what I need to do now, hello Pigman, is go down here, back to the business end, and I actually need to write some instructions. Oh, something else I've built, which is, you know, really... Oh, actually, I can give you a quick tour of the... I think I can give you a quick tour of the... There we go. Oh, I don't know anything about this. There's redstone. It happens. Magic happens. It's great. Yeah. My contribution has been this black area, this sort of crafting area here, and enchanting room here. Whoa, hello. And the idea being that I just wanted everything to be black, so I've used black stained clay, and it sort of feels as though you're floating in the void when you're doing your enchanting, which is, you know, or indeed, you know, when you're doing any of your repairing or looking at your ender chest or whatever. I just quite liked the idea of the sense of not being in place. I'm odd like that. Anyway, this is all black stained clay, except for the floor here, which you can't see, but it's actually coal blocks. And that's that. So now I'm just going to write the instructions for this. I think what I'll do is I'll go somewhere a little quieter, like down here, because I don't know if it's coming over to you, but the sound is actually really loud in my ears. So anyway, let's write the instructions. 1. Ensure that the lever is set to the open position. Oh, why? Why do I fail so hard? Ensure that the lever is set to the open position. 2. Actually, let's give a space. 2. Go up the stairway and stand in the viewing room. You have to go and stand up in the viewing room because that makes them spawn more. You're closer to the spawner. I think that's how it works. 3. Read a book. Obviously, you could watch some TV, do whatever, but you need to spend a bit of time essentially AFKing in the viewing room just to allow a sufficient number of blazes to go down to the spawner. Grinder, rather. 4. Go back down to the grinder. 5. Set the lever to the locked position. 6. Push the button. 7. Kill the blazes in the chamber. 7a. It is a good idea to use a splash potion of harm. 7b. It is a bad idea to use any item that has durability, e.g. a sword, axe, etc. 8. Return the lever to the open position. And finally, 9. Retrieve blaze rods, rods from chest. Done. Sign. Desubots, blaze, Desubots, okay, blaze grinder. There is a sign on the wall that says that it's Desubots. Okay, sign and close. Let's just have a quick. Ensure that the lever is set to the open position. Go up the stairway and stand in the viewing room. Read a book. Go back down to the grinder. Set the lever to the locked position. Push the button. Kill the blazes in the chamber. It is a good idea to use a splash potion of harm. It is a bad idea to use any item that has durability, e.g. a sword, axe, etc. Return the lever to the open position. Retrieve blaze rods from chest. Okay, yeah. So now all we need to do is bung this in the item frame provided. Open, locked, crusher activation button. Blaze rods. All lovely and simple. Wondering if I should... No, people should know to read that, shouldn't they? Really? Hopefully they will, if they can't work it out. Anyway, that's it. That's the grinder. And now something else. And welcome back. Just a quick interlude to show you how this entryway works. It sort of works. Zombies have trouble crossing it, but they can eventually get through, as you see. On the bright side, in order to stop them doing that, I just have to move slightly out of line of sight and they don't come through anymore. As you see, completely open. They might push each other through, and that one's spinning, so he might come through. But no. Oh, yes, it's being pushed. Nope. There you go. So they're not coming through. They will come through if I'm right in front of it, but otherwise they won't. And once again, I've got massive lag with fraps. I don't know why. Anyway, see you in the next bit. And welcome back. So, the exterior is complete, and here it is. Boom. There we go. Yeah, not a lot to say really. That I hasten to add, it is just the shell. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased with the progress. As I say, the shell is complete. Roof garden is all turfed, but I'll show you that later. Take note of how ungainly that looks at the moment. Excuse me. But anyway, let's nip down, and as you see, I've improved the path now. I don't need to be quite so parkoury. Going up now, that's interesting. I've just got another frame rate spike. Oh my word! I wonder what it is. It's somewhere around here, and only happens with fraps, but it's only in this area. How peculiar. Oh well, hopefully it'll sort itself out. Anyway, let's get to it. Entrance, as you saw, it's pretty much mob-proof, as long as you don't taunt them, which is good. There's a reception desk there. There is, obviously, there's a huge amount more prettification to be done here. This is going to be the restaurant, with the kitchen in here, storage, possibly an office there, back into the foyer here. Oop, close that. And on this side we have the hotel bar. I have a fairly good idea of how I want these rooms to look, so it's a little bit unfair of me in many ways to say this is the bar, and I can see in my mind what the bar means. You of course have no idea what's going on in my mind unless you're telepathic, which would be, you know, awesome for you. Right, stairwell. Quite like the sense of space in here, and the gosh, what are they called? Windows. Yeah, really tall windows. The major stairwell. I quite like the sort of the vaulted look of it. Is vaulted the right word? Don't know. Anyway, we'll have a closer look at the ceiling later. we just have a look at one of the rooms. Bed will be here. This will be the ensuite. Excuse me. And each room comes with its own tiny little balcony. But, you know, it's a balcony. You can get out, get a bit of fresh air. This view, I'm pretty sure I'm going to improve with some fairly strenuous landscaping. So we shall see how that turns out. But yeah, that's down the line a bit. I won't bore you with the other rooms because they're identical, and I won't bore you with the bedrooms on the upper floor either because they're identical. There's a slightly closer look at the roof there. As you see, it's sort of outlines, and then, well, what I hope is creative use of steps. And then there in the middle, that is going to be filled with water once I'm done landscaping the roof garden. So that gives us sort of quite a pleasing little feature to see from the reception. Anyway, up to the roof garden. Sort of zooming around, trying to show you absolutely everything. If you remember how ungainly and tall this area, this sort of demi-roof looked from over there, here it looks kind of, to my eye at least, kind of in proportion. It looks all right. So I don't know, it's an odd effect, distance, and it's not really elevation, is it? It's on pretty much the same level. A little bit higher maybe. Anyway, reason that it is where it is that it's if I highlight that block there, you will see that this and the demi-roof are all, I'm sure it's got a proper name. I'm just calling it demi-roof for lols and for something to call it. If you know what it's actually called, do let me know. Anyway, it's a lower half slab. So theoretically, mobs cannot spawn upon it, which is my hope. Equally, as far as I'm aware, mobs can't spawn on glowstones, so those should be set. Well, no, of course they can't. The light levels are too high. What am I thinking? Anyway, yes, all the grass made it, which made me quite happy. Made it pretty quickly, actually. Just sort of was pottering around, and next thing I knew, it was all covered. There's a lot of jack-o'-lanterns here. I haven't decided yet quite how I'm going to cover them up, but cover them up and disguise them in some way I fully intend to, because I don't know, I do know, I don't particularly like the look of a lawn covered in orange dots, so we'll see what can be done later on. Anyway, and this will be a pond. Probably won't have very much in it, other than water. I might throw a water lily in. Might possibly have some reeds. Don't know. I'll give it some thought. If you have any thoughts, do let me know. I'm also contemplating raising it up by half a block, just for no reason other than because that's what people seem to do. But I don't know. I'm undecided. If you have an opinion, let me know. And indeed, if you enjoyed this video, if you're enjoying this series, do please leave a like. If you're not enjoying it, leave a dislike. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the space provided. I'd love to hear from you. And on that note, thank you very much indeed for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next time, hopefully with some rooms done. Toodaloo.